Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to the channel. Daily Dose of Tammy, let me be your inner voice. If you're new here, I'm Tammy, a licensed mental health therapist and author of Lessons from the Listening Lady, Adolescence and Anxiety, a family guide to making the mind-body-spirit connection. I'm a therapist who blends cognitive behavioral therapy, known as CBT, with grounded spiritual insight to help you heal not just your thoughts, but your whole self. Today, we're going to talk about something we all deal with at some point. That loud, critical inner voice. The one that tells you you're not doing enough and you're not being enough. Sound familiar? In this episode, I'm guiding you through a practice to identify those negative core beliefs, challenge them with CBT tools, and replace them with soul-aligned truths. Truths that are rooted in clarity, compassion, and deep inner wisdom. So let's talk about the inner critic. That voice that says, you're not smart enough. You're always messing things up. Everyone else has it together but you. This voice is usually built on a deeper belief we hold. What we call in CBT a core belief. These are the hidden rules or assumptions we've picked up over time. They're shaped by our past, by trauma, by culture, and our society. And often, they're running the show in the background of our minds without us even realizing it. But here's the thing. Just because we've thought something over and over doesn't make it true. It makes it familiar. And familiar doesn't always equal aligned or helpful. So, let's start tuning in, gently and honestly. One way to uncover a core belief is to notice the thoughts that come up when you're emotionally triggered. For example, let's say you made a mistake at work or school. The thought might be, I can't do anything right. Pause right there. Recognize that making a mistake triggered you. Now ask yourself, if that thought were true, I can't do anything right, what would that say about me as a person? The deeper belief might be, I'm not good enough, or I'm a failure. That's the core belief. And that belief becomes a filter, coloring the way you interpret situations, relationships, and even your sense of purpose. Now, here's where the inner work really begins. Recognizing that this belief might be learned and not true. And you have the power to unlearn and reframe it. When I talk about a soul-led truth, I'm talking about the part of you that's wise, grounded, and deeply aware of your inherent worth, even if your mind has forgotten. The soul-led truths live in your heart. This part of you knows you're doing the best you can with what you've got. You're a work in progress, and that's okay. You are already worthy. You don't have to hustle or be perfect to prove it. We combine CBT with spiritual discernment by asking not just, is this thought logical or helpful, but also, is this thought aligned with the truth of who I really am? That's the deeper inner work. That's where you reclaim your power. Let's walk through a quick reframing practice you can use anytime. I want you to write down a recurring negative thought. Maybe it's, I'm too much. I'm a mess. Now, ask, is this always true? Where did this belief come from? Maybe your mom struggled with her own anxiety and sought perfection from you, which unintentionally led to this negative self-talk. Now, name the core belief beneath it. Maybe it's, I'm unworthy of love or I'm unlovable. Now, pause, breathe, and ask your inner wisdom. What is actually true about me in this moment? You might hear your higher self say, I am learning to love and accept myself. I am enough as I am, even as I grow. Write that down. That's your soul-aligned truths, your new mantra. And when you repeat it in meditation, in journaling, or just in your heart, it starts to soften the edges of that old belief. And you begin to reprogram your mind. A belief is only a belief because it's a thought you have had over and over again. So in order to reprogram the mind, we need to have new, healthier thoughts over and over again until they become our new beliefs. It's that simple. One way I reprogrammed my core beliefs was through journaling positive I am statements, gratitude work, and through music. I found music that had lyrics in it about healing and aligned with my spiritual journey. Remember, your inner critic is just one voice. It doesn't get to be the only one. You have access to deeper wisdom, heart-aligned wisdom, and CBT gives us tools to tune in and change the story. But the real shift happens when we listen to our spirit, to that quiet inner knowing that says, you are already whole, you are already worthy, and you are already enough. If this episode spoke to you, I'd love to hear what core belief you're working on and what new spirit-led truth you're choosing to replace it with. Let's keep the conversation going. Drop it in the comments below. And if you want to learn more practices like this, where mindset meets spiritual work, hit subscribe and let's keep growing together. Until next time, be gentle with your thoughts and kind to your spirit. You got this.